What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 41 of my AlaMobile career mode, and we are here for the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. And as we are now already in Q1, we just had a slipstream of a Mercedes to get a good tow into Stowe corner, and in the next chicane Alpha Tauri spun out and caught me by surprise, and I also went deep, so I had to make a second run. And here it is, into the whale we go, and exiting club. We nearly lose the car on the exit, but somehow we can hold it, and onto the new start finish straight we go. Now into the chicane. We try to overtake the Alpine and the Ferrari, but both squeezed me out a bit, and I also touched the curb a bit too much, which chopped my car. And in the end, from being 35 thousandths back to Verstappen, we're now 8 tenths back. And now through Luffield we go onto the national home straight, onto the start finish straight in this game here. Very tight line, and onto the start finish line, and in the end we're 1.4 seconds down on Verstappen, but somehow we managed to get into Q2, and in the end we're down in P8. And now here we are for Q2 with 2 pole sectors and a good time till now. Through Brooklands we go, and now through Luffield onto the start finish straight we go once again. Can we book in a good lap time? A very tight line again. On the start finish straight we go, and we are in P1 with a green third sector, unfortunately. And here are the results for Q2, and now let's jump into Q3. Here we go. It's exiting Luffield. On the start finish straight we go. Again a tight line. To the line we go, and we are in P4 for now. Oh, that's not so good. And as we come to the pit, we were too fast and crashed into the wall on the exit. And what is the AI doing? We are driving through the off-track part and glitching through the walls. What is going on? And here are the results for now. We're still in P4 with 5 tenths behind Verstappen, and now we're here for the second run. Through Brooklands we go once again, and now through Luffield we take a very not so good line, and onto the start finish straight we go once again. We are 2 tenths faster than our previous lap, and in the end we are 2 tenths down on Verstappen, and we improve our lap time and jump up to P3. At least something, so we're still in the second row for the start, but at least one place better. And here are the results overall for the qualifying. Max Verstappen starts from pole, Leclerc from P2, and we start from P3. And our teammate starts from P8, which is a not so good race result for him. The 5 red lights go on, and when they go off, the Season 3 British Grand Prix is go! And we get a too good start and crash into the back of Leclerc, and AlaMobile uses it and gets up to P3, and we're down to P4, starting from P3. Through the nuggets, buckets and chapel we go now. We get a good run and overtake both of them, AlaMobile and also Charles Leclerc, and we're up to P2 in just 3 corners. What a great double overtake. And next up ahead is Max Verstappen, but he's already more than a second away from me. This is crazy how this guy performs everywhere, in real life and also in the games. So we are now coming to Whale and Club through the chicane, and we nearly lost the car on the exit curb of Whale. But somehow we managed to stay on track and didn't lose a huge amount of time. But now we are side by side with Leclerc. He's had a little look on the inside, but we can defend from the outside and can stay in front of him. But Verstappen is now 2 seconds in front of me already. Leclerc tries again on the inside of this turn. Down to Brooklands we go, and a lap later we try the dive bomb on Verstappen into Brooklands, but he made the switchback move and stays in front of me as I went a bit too deep. And another lap later we copied the exact same move, and this time we made it a bit better, but he swoops around the outside and stays in front of me again. But now we use the overtake and can somehow stay with him a little bit. But the battery is empty now, so he will push away again. So we'll have to wait for another lap. We're now in lap 5 already. Into Brooklands we go once again. The dive bomb on the inside, but we run wide again, and he uses it again with a switchback move, and 3 overtakes me again and stays in P1. What a crazy battle this is. Meanwhile, Leclerc is catching up again, and in lap 6 we come down to Whale as we had a little look on the inside, but now we're exiting club and he pushes me off track and I nearly lose the car again. And Leclerc tries to overtake me now as I push him wide a bit, so he has to back off. And into the chicane we go. The 4 laps later we caught up to Verstappen again as we ran off track a bit. Into these 2 corners we go one now, and we nearly lost the car exiting this corner, but we again make the same move on Verstappen into Brooklands, and he again switches back and stays in front of me and passes me again, exiting Lawfield onto the national home straight. But now we can use more of the battery as we have got a little bit more, so we'll have to time it right to overtake him again. As we are now using it into the Maggots, Beckets and Chapel, we'll have the DRS on the hanger straight, trying the switchback move, but he gets a better exit and stays in front of me. We used all our battery with what we have left and also the DRS, but without battery usage we are pretty much a sitting duck, so we can't make any sort of move on Verstappen. So through Stowe we go into the next chicane. Into Whale we had a little look on the inside and he pushes me again off track, exiting club on the international home straight. And now through Brooklands we go once again and try the move on the inside, but he switches back again and passes me again and stays in front of me still. Another time, another lock. Can we now finally overtake him? Yes, we can! Finally we make the move through Brooklands, and now through Lawfield we go, exiting onto the national home straight. Can we stay in front of Verstappen as we are nearly side by side with him through Cobb's corner? And I forgot the name of this corner, never mind. But exiting Cobb's corner, he overtakes me and into Maggots, Beckets and Chapel. Leclerc also had a little look on the inside, but instead I overtake Verstappen and I am up to P1 again. What a crazy 3-way battle this just was. But we now also have the DRS, so we can defend him as he's nevertheless catching up. I try to defend the inside into the Stowe corner, but we run wide a bit. He had a little look on the inside, but we can stay in front of him for now. Into the chicane we go. He also here he has a little look, but as we fast forward a bit into lap 13, through this corner we go. Again he tries on the inside, but backs off as we have a better run. No, he doesn't back off. Defend the inside line, so he tries it around the outside, and we can stay in front of him through Brooklands and through Lawfield we go now. Can we also stay in front of him for now? But no, he comes to the pits. He tries the undercut attempt on me, and Verstappen comes to the pits. Now Leclerc is the one who tries to catch up to me. But 4 laps later, in lap 17, our tires don't look that good anymore. So we'll come to the pits now and we'll hope to stay in front of Verstappen after the pit stop. Into the pit lane we go. Let's hope the crew will serve a good pit stop. Onto the soft tires we go. And here we are on the first soft tires, exiting the pit lane. It will be tight with Taco van Horn and Alex Hahn as they come through Cobb's corner. Exiting the pit lane, we use a bit of overtake to stay in front of them, and somehow we manage to stay in front of them through Maggots, Beckets and Chapel. We directly created small gap, and it's now already 1.4 seconds the gap between me and Taco van Horn. So it was a good exiting, and 2 laps later our Puff comes into the pits, so we'll be finally released into the lead of the race, and Verstappen is nowhere to be seen. And also nothing happened anymore in the past few laps because Verstappen didn't catch up that fast as we all thought he would do. So we're now already in the last lap and Verstappen is around 9 seconds behind me now. Through Whale and Club we go onto the international home straight, which is still not a start-finish straight here in this game. And we now come through the chicane into the infield of the track, as the new Silverstone layout is a bit different. So onto the Wellington Straight and into Brooklands we go for one last time, and also through Luffield we go for one last time. We take a very wide line, and we are now here celebrating our 7th win in the 11th race of the season, and we'll win the Season 3 British Grand Prix!
Yes, you did it.
What a race this was! We had many fights with Verstappen and also Leclerc. A decent race from us, I must say, and also a good race from our teammate, who ended up in P8 and brings us an extra 4 points, which makes us the most point scorer in this race today. And in the Drivers' Championship standings, Max Verstappen overtakes Pole David. Nothing changes in the Constructors' Championship standings, so thanks for watching.